Haskins looking to throw on first down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the second. Secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Haskins on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line.
A gain of 3 on the play.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. First down, Gibson. And now we're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Josh Jones in on the stop.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
This Washington 7, Jaguars nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Fournette again, the ball carrier.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Black. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Haskins. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yardage.
Okay.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He was probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Black. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. It'll be a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
On 4th down, Black. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Gets it, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
7-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Off the play fake. Black rolling to his right. Looking for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Josh Lambo lining up for the point after.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try the left side. Gibson. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. They decide to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On 1st down, it's Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Haskins going to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Washington first down.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He sets to fire deep. This is intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Throwing on first down. Black. And he completes it to Westbrook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That one caught by Gibson. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
We'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Number 7.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Complete to number
With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On first down, it's Gibson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, and he's going to be met at about the 43. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Jaguars take
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go off.
Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They go play action now. Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, and try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
7.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have 1 right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, but now it'll be third down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. We'll find Gibson here complete. That catch good for only a couple. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Washington on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Haskins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 35. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
On 1st and 10, Black. Throwing right, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
To throw on 2nd down. Black. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And 4.
Operating from the gun. Black. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the gun, Black. As he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Here's Haskins. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
Now Haskins, third and long. And that will be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On first down, Black. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this throw caught left side. Jaguars. LaVisca Chenault, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been with this league for a while. Many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Washington on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So down a couple scores, only 1 timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
I'm still pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
Leonard Fournette, the ball carrier. He's across midfield.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected?
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Jaguars 35, Washington 14. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a give, right side. It's Gibson. And he'll get pick this up to the 30-yard line.
Gibson.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, what was that all?
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And the connection not there. Incomplete.
Intended
Just 14 seconds down to the final couple of plays here.
Third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action, Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Steven Sims. Incomplete. It's fourth down.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? But this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And this will not have the distance to get there. Short, no good, just under the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Jaguars, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.